To make a long story short, I have gone about as this in society my whole life. So I have always presented pretty mask, yet I think half the time people acknowledge the AFAB part as well. So it goes about half and half from what I've gathered of how people are perceiving me in society, which makes sense. So that was nice just to understand that I'm already presenting as how I feel. I've been navigating the world this way, and socially, I have learned to speak to people as I do, right? So I feel like I have privileges here and there with certain types of people who I talk to, and maybe can connect to and relate with different people on different levels because of how I'm presenting at this time, if that makes any sense. I'm trying to come up with an example. My mind keeps going back to mental health work. I did mental health work for quite a few years, and I really enjoyed doing this mental health work. And I've realized through this work that I can connect with and relate with people who may not otherwise connect with or relate with others easily. And that's a privilege that I didn't understand before. And I feel like people can approach me. I feel like I have an approachable spirit and personality. And I think that my appearance is masculine yet not threatening. And I think that also helps to be approachable and relatable too. So I'm thankful for that. Another huge thing that I thought about and considered before this HRT business is perception. My thing is, I don't want to have certain privileges in this world. I don't want to be perceived a certain way all the time. If that certain way gets me certain privileges. Ooh, so I'm just going to put it that way right now. Yes, I'm definitely different. I'm definitely a lot of minorities right now. And I can see how I could potentially be perceived as someone who is not a minority. And that worries me. And I just don't want to walk around with a certain privilege or even be perceived as someone who has that privilege, if that makes any sense. I feel like it's another part that makes me more approachable for people, especially when I'm in fields where I'm like wanting to help people on the front lines, you know what I mean? So yes, rambling aside, I want to be approachable. I want to be relatable with others of all different backgrounds. I don't want to look like a threat or be perceived as a threat. Those are some main things that I had to sit and think about there for a moment. Some of the subtle changes that I was hoping to achieve, maybe some fat distribution or the way that my body is built with narrower hips. That would have been appreciated. A lower voice might be helpful, not necessary. I feel like it could match my spirit a little better, to be honest. Just to present in a slightly more masculine way could really match my spirit a little better.